Hey, how's it going? It's Brian from B's Music Shop, and today I want to talk about a project we've been working on for a while. As you've noticed, we make tons of cat guitar pedals, and what's the deal with them? What's the story behind it? Why do we do this? Let's talk about it. So the story of the cat pedals really comes down to this reverend. For the 20th anniversary of B's in 2022, I really got thinking, like, what do I want to do? You know, we were still in COVID somewhat. Things were weird. I couldn't throw a big party. And I thought what I would really love is to do something cool with one of my favorite guitar manufacturers. And I've never had a custom guitar built. I've never done at that time anything like that. And I talked to Ken and Joe and said, I would like my own colorway of Reverends. So we did HPPs and a limited number of Matte Wests in green sparkle burst. And when we did that, I got thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we did some pedals in that colorway and we kind of tied it all together and we made this coherent, fun thing of limited guitars and limited pedals? What would that look like? You know, I've seen stores do that. What does that take? How does someone do that? And it took me down a rabbit hole that led here. So as people also might know, I wear a lot of cat t-shirts. I have a concerning amount of cats. 6 cats. Through the years, our logo slowly became Dangercat, which kind of became a fun little merch darling. We make a lot of t-shirts. We sell record felts, all these different things with Dangercat on them. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I take a couple of pedals and slide my Dangercat logo into them, make them green, maybe put a couple of dumb puns on there, and have some fun with some of my friends that make pedals. And the first one on our list that we actually did was the 1 Ton Bs. And the 1 Ton Bs is the 1 Ton B from Mojohand. Mojohand and Cusack Music are owned by John Cusack. There was a store in our location before us called Cook's Music, and John Cusack actually worked there in college, and that was his start in the music industry. So John, through the years, has stopped by to say hey and kind of check on where he worked at, and we had did some Mojohand pedals, and I thought, boy, that would be fun. 1 Ton B, 1 Ton Bs, put a cat on it, and we went down to Mojohand and learned kind of about the process. We picked the powder coat color, we did the graphics. So the 1 Ton B is actually based on the Mosrite Fuzzrite that used by the Ventures. So it's sort of a surfy little fun fuzz box. Let's check it out. Here's my clean. That's all you get. Bridge humbucker, let's just chug around. Next, we got chatting with the guys over at Keely, and we made another pedal. Robbie over there, master of graphics he is, kicked out the Catverns. He took our little Danger Kitty, gave it kind of the geometric thing in the back, and put our font on it. And this was like the first one we had that really like took off. And still, we sell tons of these things. Verb on one side, delay on the other. It's a classic Keely pedal we'd sold tons of in the original version. Let's check it out. It's got a verb side on the left. It's got a spring setting. Oh, excuse me, that's the shimmer. Spring setting. And then it's got kind of an ambient little kind of trailsy thing. On the right side, it's got a delay pedal with modulation built in. We can turn on the modulation here, and we got a rate knob for that. We'll turn up the highest setting. So the Catverns was our first big hit, and we actually went to Earthquaker Day that year and ran into Emily and Russ of harpist fame, and we ended up giving Emily one of these, and she used it in a few different videos, and we sold a ton of them. It was amazing. So we were really excited to see that like a silly cat pedal, just of a great pedal, a reskin of it, could do really well, and people would be excited and connect with it. From there, we kept going with Keely. So the next one we did was the Keely K Comp, and we did it as the Cat Comp. And I was really into this because the Keely K Comp is one of my favorites. So we did this, the Cat Compressor, which is probably next to impossible to demo. And this was one of the things where we started being sillier, and we did, instead of singles and doubles, we did 1 paw and 2 paw. So I'll put it to 2 paw since I'm on a 2 paw instrument, and I'm just going to set everything to about noon. I mean, this is a compressor. It's quieter. You know, compressor, probably one of the best pedal compressors ever made. Here's one with a cat on it. That's it. If you don't know anything about this pedal, get it. They're cheap and they're awesome and they're my favorite compressor. So somewhere in there, we did the Benson Preamp. I don't remember if this came, I think this might actually have came out just before the comp, but we did the Benson Preamp as the Benson Purramp, and somehow never quite got Purramp on the pedal yet, but this is probably one of my favorite distortions of all time. I love this guy. It's super fun. It's super amp-like. It's a very versatile pedal. It's one of my, if I gotta take one pedals, this is the pedal I take. And all these versions you've seen, they're the same as any other demo. So if you just find the standard Benson Preamp, you can hear a lot better guitar players than me checking it out. Somewhere along there, too, we did a series of Beetronics one-offs. Each one was one of one. I kept 2. This is an octahive, and this one is an overhive. The overhive, to me, even sounds a little like the Benson. It's a super cool pedal. These are kind of just kept for me. They were all kind of citrus, where they were green or yellow. There was a swarm of each one. There was a royal jelly, and I believe there was overhives, octahells, and maybe woctahells, but we did basically the whole line that they had at that time. I really regret not keeping a swarm at this point. What are you going to do? Let's hear the octave hive, and let's just put the overhive right here. Gain, tone, volume, and then I think this turns on the octave. And it's a little fuzzy just without the octave. So since even doing that, there's been some more one-offs, although they've just been for me. This is my fun little CB that has the little kitty cat on it. And I also have one of my favorite Beetronics pedals, the Abelha, with our little cat graphics on it. And it makes me smile, and I have some fun stuff because they still have the stencil. So sometimes we just kick out some fun cat pedals and they go on my personal board. So the next one that really hit for us was the Super Cat mod. This is the first one that ever sold out the first day we did it. We did it, released it, and all of a sudden sales went crazy, and I started looking and people were posting about them on Reddit, and it was the first time that had happened for us, and I got really excited, and we immediately ordered more, and it was like I felt like a real boy, which was very fun to feel. But Super Cat mod, my favorite thing is the Phat to normal is a skinny or fat cat that we took from the vet's office of if your cat is underweight or overweight. It goes from skinny kitty to chonky boy, and even says in here, Super Cat mod, chonk range overdrive. And this is where like some of the people started letting me get a little bit sillier. It was really fun to see people connect with it and get excited about it. Super Cat mod is a modded blues driver, one of the most popular Keely pedals ever, and amazing. So this is the Super Cat mod. I'm just gonna kind of set it flat, put it to chonky boy. So after this, we're like, let's do some more Keely pedals. And we decided we're going to do the Keely Catana, right? Catana, the Katana boost, the John Mayer favorite pedal, which is a little hard to show you right here because it's mostly just a clean boost. And about a year later, we did the Mini Kitty, which is the mini version of the Katana. So we have a normal version and we have an even cheaper Kitty, the baby, BB, the BB version. Just gonna have it like, we'll have it nap next to, so let's try it out. And since this is a boost, I have no idea how to really slam my Strymon Iridium with it, but this is an awesome boost pedal. You need a little gain. If you need a lot of gain, or you need a little gain, see? Ha 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 ha. We got the Katana. It's a cat sword pedal. Why not? We'll do anything. Next, Josh from JHS made everyone want a Bad Monkey all of a sudden. All of us went Bad Monkey crazy. Bad Monkeys went from being $60 to $600 in a week. I was talking to John Cusack and I thought, wouldn't it be funny if we took your Cusack Screamer and just made it look like the Bad Monkey and called it the Good Kitty? I think there's even still a few kicking around. Just kind of a funny, good joke for that week. We sold them for a few weeks and it was kind of fun. But here's the Cusack Screamer, killer tube screamer, one of my favorite tube screamers probably ever. I'm going to go in the middle setting, which is the LED mode, which is my favorite on it. All right, this is with LED clipping. It's got a couple clipping modes. Try the other clipping mode, left side. I forget which they are. Go to far side. Then the middle, the one we started with, by far my favorite, loudest. So you gotta turn it down, but you crank it up. So good. Awesome. Next, we got with our buddies from Old Blood, and we took the Procession and made the Purrcession. My favorite part about this is the first time someone let me insinuate that a cat pooped on the dunes. There's a little cat litter scoop back here, and the cat walks in a little Procession towards you. I think there's tremolo on this one. We're really leaning into our puns on this guy. Just a fun little kind of ambient pedal. Here's flange. Filter, so it's got like an envelope, like an auto wah on it. Beat it up. How much verb we got? And then tremolo. That's my favorite setting. Got a hold on it too. So as we've been getting more into YouTube, we've been going to the NAMM show and all these places, and I've been doing what I call my Billy on the Street interviews, where I go around and just kind of accost people at NAMM. Not really accost, but just accost with being myself. And through doing that, we got to know Mark Turley from Summer School Electronics. He makes this awesome pedal called the Science Fair, and we asked him if we could put a cat on it. And what this pedal is it's a tube screamer on this side, it is a rat on this side, and you can blend them side by side to use them together. And it's a super cool sounding pedal. So here we'll go a little more on the tube screamer side. Put it a little more towards the rat side. Or I can blend them like half and half. So it's an awesome pedal, super fun. We get to make the kitty orange this time, which I tell people it's my kitty lucky because I have an orange kitty lucky. Yeah, I like it. He's doing science. I made a really unhinged Instagram video with me and the cat and being weird, which was fun. I like to be weird. Next, we did the Space Furrrce, which I did a pretty in-depth video about this. And this is when we started doing pedals with Avery Worrell, who did a tattoo on my leg, which is the inspiration for the Space Force. My partner and I got matching tattoos in Toronto. And this is Matilda and this is Miko, our cats, our old lady cats. Miko is 18 as of this recording, 18 and a half. So happy birthday soon, Miko. Older than some of the people that work here. That's not true. This is a super cool stereo pedal. I would put this against any high-end reverb pedal. It's one of my favorites. It has a cat on it in space. I don't know what else you want from me at this point. It's incredible. But this is the Space Furrrce. And this thing has a ton of presets. I'm just going to play around the plate for a second. You're also hearing it mono here. There is another demo of this I can link here or link in the comments that is pretty awesome with this in stereo, but I can't say enough nice things about how well programmed this is and how once you really dive into this pedal, it can do it all. It's an awesome pedal. So the last few years, we got to know Nick Diener from Wonder Effects. He's only a few hours drive from here. We're one of the only Wonder Effects dealers, and Nick's a good friend of mine. And we kept talking, hey, we should make a pedal together. You know, we've been selling old Blues and all these other great pedals. And this was the first one we did together, which he started making the Wonder Drive Mark II. And then somewhere along the line, he just kind of rolled it into the Wonder Wall. And we decided to basically make the Wonder Drive. There's very few of them, I think, that weren't made as Onedercat. So I asked Nick if he knew Thundercats, and he said not really. So we worked on with one of the people here, Aiden, designed this, and we made the Thundercat, Onedercat, fun sword. Another pedal with swords on it. Pretty kick-ass overdrive. This sold out virtually, I think, in 2 days. It was a one-time run. Pretty killer distortion pedal. Few different clipping modes. Next, we did the Blumes, which we had done some dealer exclusive colors, but they really didn't match the rest of the color thing. We did a version of the Plumes through the years, and it never had a cat on it, and it's super cool. We sold out of the Plumes. I think there's still a couple of red special crankers kicking around here. We are a big sponsor of Earthquaker Day. We bring our giant blow-up amp. We vend. We do stuff with them. And I did a demo video for the Blumes. It did really well. I'm like, let's do a cat Blumes. And it happened. It has our logo on the heel. And this is the distortion, bass distortion of the Plumes. And then later we did the Plumes got redone. Instead of the red, we did the green. Danger Kitty on the heel. Let's hear the Plume. Let's hear the Blumes with guitar. Why not? Let's do it. I'll do neck pickup. Bassy boy. So this brings us up to where we are publicly released as of today. We did this one with our friends at summer school again. This is the class reunion, cats reunion, just further saying I'll stick a cat on anything. Steve from summer school did the art on this, did a killer job with it. This is their trash panda and then a Russian muff. And it's similar to the science fair where it blends them together with a couple diode options. Another awesome blending pedal from them. This was actually our first pedal that was on the JHS show, which for me was like super exciting. You know, I mean, I'm a pedal freak. I like pedals. I love gear. I've been 27 years in this industry. Seeing something I help facilitate on a show like that was like super exciting for me. And now I'm really looking at this and realizing how many we've done, which is crazy. But this is the story as of currently release this video, how many cat pedals we've done. I can tell you I've got at least 5 cooking still right now, and I have a few of them done. And I have some pretty cool and exciting things, including pedals that aren't copies or aren't the same circuit as the normal artwork. It's really been fun to just make stuff with my idols and my friends and just try and find things that people connect with and have fun with. So if you have one of these, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm really glad that you are enjoying them. So that's the story with why the weird purple-haired guy has cat pedals. If you can get any of these, any of them that are in production are at beesmusicshop.com. If we can get you this, a t-shirt, any cat pedal, a cat toy. We have little cat toy pedals that are kind of fun. They're little pedals for your cat. Hit us up, beesmusicshop.com. Thank you so much for watching.